What's your life goal, and have you achieved it?
Yeah, I married you.
Aw, gross.
You really need to go out there and make sure the whole world hates you.
My butthole is all over the internet.
A fine wine. She keeps me in the basement and pulls me out when she needs me.
If I drink Sambuca, he's getting it.
I bought a case.
You can tell a lot about a person by the way their tits, pussy, or dick looks.
You come near my cheeks and it's not going to be a good day for you, homie. This is going to be special.
Welcome to the Two Onions podcast with Dani Daniels.
And Vic. What's up, guys? I'm Dani Daniels, and next to me is my husband, Vic. And with us today is the incredible Britney Amber.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for coming on. We were talking before we started, like, I love the background, the whole, like, I like the contrast. Like, I like the porn awards, and I also like the Pokemon. It's like a good use.
Yes, that really does sum me up. All of my background really does sum up me as a person.
I love it. I love it so much. So you got in a couple years before me. But like I know you through the industry, but I didn't know you came from the Bunny Ranch.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
it's funny though, people still recognize me more from being on that HBO show Cat House more than anything I've done, and I look completely different. I feel like it's a whole nother lifetime. I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's probably the most embarrassing stuff I've ever.
Well, just so you know. I watched those HBO shows, and I didn't recognize you from them. Now that you said it, I'm gonna have to like jog the memory.
You don't. Yeah, by the way, if anybody's watching or listening to this, do not go find these old videos. They are so embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I cringe so hard. And I'll tell you guys one of like the most embarrassing stories from that show. It's so funny now, but at the time I was mortified because I was very young, and this was my first experience working on the show or on anything. And this was before porn. So this was my first time ever being in anything produced. So I was very excited. And I was also a big fan of the show before I worked there. You know, before I worked there, I was a hotel auditor, and I used to audit paperwork from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And so we had HBO there. So I'd watch all the late night HBO shows while I was doing my auditing. And I became a huge fan of Cat House. And I'm like, oh my God, all these girls look like they're having so much fun, making all this money, you know, like just, I was like, how do I get in on this? You know, I'm like, I got to figure this out. And at the time, because I got married when I was 18, I had a daughter when I was 18. So I started my life very young, and I was already in the middle of that. So I was like, this is just a fantasy that I don't think will ever come true. But I reached out to Dennis on MySpace at the time. You know, that's what was the main social media. Yeah. And so, you know, at the time the show was very popular, and I don't know how much he even looks at his MySpace, but I just randomly sent him this message, and I'm like, he's probably never going to see it or anything or even take it seriously. But he got back to me in 2 days with this huge message. It was like, you know, no obligation. If you don't like it, you never have to come back. I'll pay for your flight, everything. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I had to take like a week of convincing my husband at the time. I'm like, you know, like, we're go out there and do this. We can buy a house. We can do this and that. You know, finally he did let me go out there. But it was maybe about 8-9 months into working there when the film crew came back, and they were shooting the 3rd season, and then they asked me to be on the show. And so obviously they're going to use the content to make it, you know, the most entertaining thing possible. And so I didn't know the way that they were really building my character and everything. And I was like the young, dumb, blonde, retarded one. And so, oh my God, the worst thing was, they asked me to do a scene out of the sex scenes, and this was going to be my first time doing a sex scene on the show. And they actually got a hold of a client that I had booked with online, and so he's already going to come in to see me. But they had intervened and talked to him at the door, or however, and convinced him to do this. So I was already kind of peeved at that because. There are a lot of scenarios that they set up themselves, and they don't intervene on real clients.
Yeah.
So that already took, you know, a good chunk of money out of my pocket when they did that too. Even though they pay a small nominal fee for you doing the sex scenes of the show and then nothing else. So I was already a little bit weird by that. But then they put us in the room. And so here's the thing is like, they don't have a camera crew in the room. They really do have these little hidden cameras in the room. So you go in and you press this button and it starts the cameras. And so the cameras are on a time thing. I think it's only 20 minutes that you get. So whatever's filmed in the room, that's what it is. It's not like we can go back and redo it and make sure we get like a good sex scene or anything. It's just whatever's filmed, that's it. And so we go in and press the button. Not get hard for nothing. He couldn't even get hard enough to put the condom on. And he was also very small too. So I was just like, oh no, we were literally probably had like 5 minutes left. I mean, the clock was ticking in my head. Like, we got to do something. We got to get something right. So I was like, let's just fake it. Just like get behind me. And so if they wanted to use that, they could have used it because it's soft porn. They don't see the actual penetration. So like we could fake this. But anyways, when the episode actually came out and we were all like there's like this parlor area, all the girls sit in and they wait for the bell to come, or clients or whatever. And we're all sitting here watching this. Oh my God. So they did though, how they decided to do this was they had, I don't know if you guys have watched the show, but there's like the two main girls that are on the show, Air Force Amy and Max. And they're like the two girls have been there for many years and like they know all the ropes and all this kind of stuff. And so they have them in the jacuzzi and then they're like talking about like the new girls and me specifically, like, oh yeah, girls like Britney, and they're just paying them, because they're young and cute and they don't know what they're doing. And they cut back to me in the room with that guy, and so I think they're trying to get him hard. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, are you hard yet? And I'm like, oh, this is mortifying. Like, who is ever going to come in and pay for time with me?
Yeah, because it makes you seem like you can't. Yeah. Oh,
but so it was good training for porn.
They edited it to make it look way worse than what it was. Oh, sorry.
It was good training for porn.
I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Though they would have edited it to make it look 20 times worse than what it was.
It's, like any reality TV. It's not even
described the way they got like the worst possible angle, the worst possible. I was just so done with this guy. Just like, are you hard yet? Oh my God. And like, no one's ever gonna come back and see me. And then Dennis was talking to me too after the film crew had left. He's like, oh no, they want you back for the next season. I'm like, no, did you see what happened? And he was like, oh, all publicity is good publicity. And I'm like, that is true, but still, like, why would you want to come and pay thousands of dollars for that experience? I was just like, no, I can't have that anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That is wild. It's like, honestly, like, it sounds like reality TV and porn are the complete opposite. It's like reality TV wants you to look as horrible as possible, and porn makes you as pretty as possible.
Yes. I know. I had no idea what they were, planning for my character of that series. So I was like,
yeah.
What the funny thing is too. Okay. Oh my God. So I started doing porn, maybe like a month or maybe 2 months or so after this. Like it's pretty soon after, but that same guy got a hold of me on the internet. Like I told you, it was a client that I'd set up online.
Yeah.
And he was asking me how to get into the industry. I was like, this guy, all guys. I was like, oh, this guy.
I wonder if he had a similar experience. Yeah, I wonder if he had a similar experience where he was like, I need to redeem myself and get into porn.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was thinking. But I was like, oh, how dare him of all people, really? Oh.
Well, rest in peace, Dennis Hoff. Poor guy.
Oh yeah,
that too. Such strange circumstances though surrounding that. I mean, do you guys know like all of the weirdness? He was actually running for governor,
and he won.
Yeah, he won.
He won. He was dead and won.
He won on the night of his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died the night of his birthday at his birthday party. 3 weeks before he won, so that's really strange. You know what I mean?
Wild.
And also with that too, because he was older. He wasn't that much older. He maybe like early 70s, but he was in good health. By all accounts. But just in that kind of situation too, it would be close to get to him. There was really nobody that I think investigated his death afterwards, like autopsy wise. I was kind of looking around for that. I never found any information that came out about that, but. I don't know. And also, like, Ron Jeremy supposedly found him, and Heidi Fleiss. It's just, like, so weird. I'm like, this is all so weird, just for it to be circumstantial, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it does. It seems like some kind of weird, like, clue mystery.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
I was like, it's like some kind of weird clue mystery. It's like a weird Clue mystery. It's like, what happened?
Weird what?
Clue,
like the game.
Oh, it is. No, I know. It definitely is. Definitely. I know, and all the funny characters surrounding it too. Like, like Ron Jeremy and Heidi Slice, they happen to be the ones to find his body. Like, oh my gosh. They should make a game surrounding that.
That's why, yeah, like, I didn't know any of this. I, like, know you from the industry, but I didn't know any of this backstory. So when I was like, wait, what? What?
Yeah.
What made you start shooting?
Well, so what was her name? So there was this girl, she used to shoot, I think like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Her name was Jocelyn Pink, I believe.
Okay.
And she started working at the ranch. And one of the rules that Dennis had was that if you work in porn and you come to work at the ranch, you don't talk to any girls about how to get in the industry or like try to get them in the industry because you don't want, girls leaving or,
Yeah.
And so I wasn't even supposed to talk to her about any of this, but I was very curious. And I was actually more curious about doing porn, when I first got into the adult industry in general than, working at the ranch. But that just, like I said, that just really was kind of fell into my lap like in a strange way. I didn't think that Dennis would even respond to me, so I had no idea how to even get into porn or anything. So when she came, we were just like hanging out in her room and stuff, and she's even telling me too, like, don't say anything, but she's kind of giving me kind of like the rundown and telling me who her agent was and stuff. And she actually like strongly advised me not to talk to her agent that she had at the time. And she actually did refer me to the agent I happened to go with afterwards, but I didn't really know the way that anything went, and I was just kind of like eager and just excited. I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter who your agent is. I'm like, just give me his number. I'm like, it's cool. Yeah. Like, I'll just see what's going on and stuff. But he ended up being a big sleazeball, and I had a few really bad things that happened within the first week and a half of being in the industry. And I didn't really know, a lot of girls get in the business and they just don't know, and that's the biggest reason, like, obviously, to anybody watching that's thinking about getting in the industry, your agent really does matter. And at the time I was just young and stupid. I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Just kind of jumped in all by myself. But luckily, I met Shy Love on a Hustler set, and she saved me. She literally was like, you were with who? And he's making you do what? You're mine now. You have no say in this. And I'm so grateful that she saved me, because who knows what could have happened? You know what I mean? Like, because I was already on a dark path in that first week and a half. So
who knows? Like, thank you, Shy. Yeah, I feel like there's something good about being represented by a woman in porn. I don't know. I had a female agent too, and it was just, there's just something about it. You're like, mama energy. yeah, she was very, very protective of me. She didn't even let me do anal for a long time. It was after she actually sold the agency to that guy Mark, is when I actually was able to finally do anal. That was about like 6.5, 7 years in, and she was like, no, you're saving it. Like, no, you don't need to. You're not doing it. And I'm just like, okay, well, all right, but it was cool though. Like, she really did have my back. Oh my God. Never put me in any bad situations. And, and I even seen the quick contrast from her owning the agency to Mark, you know what I mean? Yeah. Stuff went downhill so quickly within that 7 months. And that's when I left ATM, and I was with them all that time until Shy left, and yeah, so it really does matter who your agent is. I will tell you. It really does. It really does.
In most entertainment, honestly, in most entertainment industries, your agent can make or break you. If you have a bad agent who claims to do well, Billy Joel was the perfect example of it. His first agent owned his publishing for life. For life. Damn. But Billy Joel didn't know anything. He wasn't Billy Joel yet. And now the guy's making millions. They wound up years later buying the guy out. I think they had to threaten him or something. But yeah, the first agent screwed him, It's horrible. If you don't know.
Are you still, if you don't mind me asking, are you still with your husband?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I've been divorced for like 13, 14 years.
Okay, because I was gonna ask how he felt, but
my out plan. I'm sorry?
I was gonna ask how he felt, but never mind, he's gone.
Oh yeah, no, that was a really, I got married to him when I was very young. We were both very young, I got pregnant when I was 17 and married when I was 18, it was already doomed for failure. And so that was kind of like my out plan, I was like, I can go work up there and become financially independent and move on with my life, and that's what happened. So I'm very happy that I did go down that path. And yeah, I mean, like, oh my gosh, it really did just, I don't know. I can't even think of how my life would have turned out otherwise. You know, I was just on a completely different path, and I just, oh my gosh, this industry really did save me. I'm so thankful for it.
I love that. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, many of the adult film stars that we talk to, I couldn't tell you how many say they are grateful to put a roof over their head. They were able to help family members, you know, give their daughters or sons good educations. So, yeah, you know, there's a lot more than the shitty stories you see online. It's really easy to find the one or two people who want to trash the industry. Meanwhile, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds have gone through it and had good life experiences, you know. It's a different lifestyle than most, but it still worked out for them. And again, pay your taxes. You got a nice roof over your head. You're taking care of your kids. You're helping out family members. What the hell more could you ask for?
Yeah, I know. And like, just like with, you know, any facet of any career in life, you know, if you do the wrong things, you're going to go down the wrong path. You're going to end up failing. But, you know, just like with this, you know, I mean, like, you are on the right path now. I mean, like, there's so many opportunities for performers now to make their own money online. It is insane. Yeah. And I feel like it's finally paying off all of these years, you know, because I feel like, I know. So many years of like, because like, honestly, there was a time too, like when I first started, like there was such a huge plethora of work. I couldn't get enough work. I literally had to tell Shy, like, I can't even work this much. I feel like my vagina's going to fall off. I was literally having sometimes 2 scenes a day. I was literally working every single day. And then I started working at the ranch on top of that. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like, I need a day off.
One fee, you know, and I'm not getting paid ever again. They pay that one fee, and then I'll own that content, and I'm never going to see any extra money from that ever again. And then you get kind of stuck in that whole cycle because I live far from the valley, and then on top of that too, if I have to work in a day, then I have to drive 2 to 3 hours there, 2 to 3 hours back, sit on set all day, and that is a lot of time that I could be doing my own stuff where I'm only getting paid. In the end of the day, after paying an agent, after, you know, a lot of the times, a lot of agents like to, you know, shortchange you a couple $100s, and then have to pay for a test, and then having to pay for, you know, personal supplies, outfits, and then gas. And then I'm only at the end of the day making a few $100s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm so happy though that I found my way out of that into this whole new world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that was the biggest game changer for me when I started shooting for myself is the amount of time I got back not sitting in traffic. Like honestly, like I was able to like
that alone too.
Yeah, like you're right. It was like
you're living in the valley.
Yeah, like or just like if I was in the canyon and you had to get to like downtown, you're like that's like 2 hours each way. Like,
oh my God,
it's you know.
Yeah, that's such a nightmare. I know. I live down near Palm Springs. It's a lot of distance, but the thing that sucks too is even on top of all that distance, there's still like parts when you get to where the 190 or the 134 or the 210 where that meets, and then the 57 and the 10 right there where that meets, and then also when you get to the 101 and the 405 where that meets, all those spots too along the way are all dead stop traffic. So I mean, so much distance with traffic. So it's not like driving like to Vegas where it's just clear roads ahead and I could just zone out for a few hours. It's just constant. I can't believe I did that for 12 years. Oh my God.
And just like starting your day, like, cause like usually you'd have to be on set at 7 a.m. and just starting your day with that was just so like, it was so negative and stressful and like,
exactly.
It sounds stupid, but like it wasn't.
We never start.
Yeah, and then by the time you get to set, you're tired and grumpy, and you're just like, "Fuck this."
This is like the porn version of the Californians.
On average, I had to wake up at like 4 a.m. and then sit in traffic for all those hours. And I would get there and I like try to smoke in my car and like try to like zen out, you know, before getting on set so that I wasn't a monster. But yeah, there's times where I'd show up and then there'd be a girl that lives like 10 miles down the road and it's like, oh, like I'm gonna work every day. And I'm like, what? You bitch, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea. But oh my God.
It's wild. Are you still shooting for, like, are you only shooting for yourself or do you still shoot for other companies as well?
Mostly now. I recently did a shoot for Kate Brandt and Mark Dorcel about a month and a half ago. So I mean, I'm like just here and there for, you know, friends and stuff like that. And actually I'm going to be doing another one for Kate in a couple of 2-3 weeks from now.
Oh, awesome.
But that's not priority, because like I said, even when I do it, and even when I did it for her, because I went and I got in a hotel room, and then, all the other expenses and time and everything, you know what I mean? And I felt like after that, we would drive there, drive back. I feel like I was, took a couple days to even recover at home too.
Yeah.
And then all for what? Like at the end of the day, a few $100, like, so I mean, even though I like doing it and everything, I'm like, my time is spent so much better doing my own stuff for me, you know what I mean? And I also feel like it comes out so much better too. And sometimes I get ultra critical because maybe that isn't the best, because sometimes I'll sit here, I'll do something like 10 times, make sure it's perfect. And I'll be like, suck it up, and it'll be like recording again, and people in the other room can hear me like, wow, what is going on in there? So sometimes I feel like that's a little too much, you know what I mean? And you don't have to really worry about that when somebody else is shooting. But at the same time, when you do see it and it's not the way that you want it. So that's why a lot of times I don't like to look up any stuff that I've been in that other people shoot, because I'm like, oh my God, and it's their shoulders, like do something like, it's like nails on a chalkboard. So I like having that control as well. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I'm making a lot more money, and I can use that same content on so many different platforms and for the rest of my life. So
yeah, because you're everywhere. You're on OnlyFans, ManyVids, Pornhub. Like it's awesome. It's like, so yeah, you're right. If you're a ManyVids fan, you can find you. If you're an OnlyFans fan, you can find. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I know like a lot of these things, for example, like OnlyFans, it's like a fad now, it lasts forever, but there's always going to be something new, and there's always so many other platforms. I said ManyVids, I got myself there on Pornhub, because also when I first started doing my own content, it was around like, I think it was October 2019 when I very first started.
Okay.
And all my stuff for the first 4, 5, 6 months, I was very heavy on Pornhub, and more than even OnlyFans. I was really building that up, and that was my main thing. Mm-hmm. And as you guys know now, Pornhub is like taking a big L. So I don't know what's going to happen with Pornhub. I really hope that stuff kind of, comes back, but you got to always be prepared for that.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like that was my main income I had to switch everything up, and very luckily was able to subsidize it on a lot of different platforms. But
yeah. I know. I have my fingers crossed because I like Pornhub. I was like, I have my fingers crossed because I really like Pornhub. Like, they're my favorite tube site. So I'm like, please don't get rid of the one
good one in the big mess.
I know. Yes, and I find it very hard when I first started hearing all these stories and accusations. I find it very hard that they didn't have safeguards in place for this kind of thing. It's such a big platform. You would think that dummies are going to be uploading stuff that they shouldn't be. It's just common sense. It's just human nature. So I don't know. I feel like
the biggest problem.
I mean, I find it really hard to believe, but at the same time, you never know. I mean, I really hope that there wasn't any child stuff happening on there. There was rapes or whatever there was, uploaded. I mean, I really hope not. And I really feel bad if there was. But I mean, at the same time, I feel like it's very hard. I don't know, but see, I don't know the back end of all that kind of stuff, but I really hope that that's not the case, because if it is, then I don't know, does it mean it's gone forever, or?
Pornhub's biggest problem is they were the biggest dog on the street, so people were gunning for them. The amount of crap that was put up on Pornhub, there were more stuff put up on Facebook. Facebook Live videos were way worse and have had way more problems.
Oh my God, yes. There's murders on there.
Yeah, they had live murders. They've had child porn. When you have a site like this and you can't police every upload, you can't. I mean, think of how many videos there are on Pornhub. So, to sit there and say, oh, they should have known, well, then take down Facebook and Instagram and everybody else, because everybody has the same problem. The problem is the first word in their name is porn, so everybody's gunning for them, But it's total bullshit, because they're making an example of one company. Xvids is worse. XXNA is worse. I mean, they're all all of these companies are way worse than Pornhub. Just Pornhub was the most popular. That's the one that's what got them.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I really hope that, it kind of does seem like that they're working on it and that they'll make their way out of it. But you just don't know, because I thought that it would be handled a lot quicker, because this happened back like mid-December. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe a few weeks it would take them to kind of like work out the kinks, and they would have their credit card stuff back up and running. But no. And they still, because I had, my fan club on there, all membership sites are down. You still do make a small amount of money from the ad revenue. And they have been helping out people with like the main people on there that were making money, giving them a percentage of what they were making in sales before, which is really awesome. But I don't know. I mean, this is the second month they're doing that now. But I don't know if they're going to keep on doing that. I really hope that.
Yeah, and
they're
it's
doing
like,
that
how
because
long
they know
can
that
they?
it's coming back very soon.
Yeah. I mean, like, think of how much money
so
they're losing.
right now.
Yeah. Go Pornhub.
The best ad. What about feature dancing? Is there any plans for you with the way the world is to be able to go back anytime soon?
I really hope so. We keep talking about that. I keep my eyes open, seeing what's going on out there. I've seen a couple people doing a couple of things. It doesn't seem like it's really back up and running again everywhere. I haven't gotten any calls from my feature dancing agent. I did get one maybe like 6 months ago of him just kind of like checking in on me, but that's it. And when all this stuff happened at the beginning of last year, I had 4 different shows that were canceled because of the virus. And so I'm assuming that those will come back to me once everything is up and running again. But 2 of the 4 of the shows were in California, and then the other 2 were in Pennsylvania, one in Pittsburgh and one in Philadelphia. So I don't know how that's going to go. I haven't heard anything, but I really want to go back to feature dancing. And you know what? Like, also too, I've seen just because I do follow on social media, just a few different clubs that I've danced at, that like house dancers are wearing masks. That the clubs that are open. I think that's so funny. I don't know.
It's like the naughty. You're like a little peek and the.
looks like MMA fighters, mask and very little clothing.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if they would have the same thing for feature dancers, or I'm sure like on the stage that you're far enough distance that you don't need a mask, but like that means like no private dances or like no meet and greets. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about, like, I wonder how that's going to be, but I haven't even heard anything from my feature dancing agent, so I really hope it comes back though soon, but
it's like
nothing in sight.
Do you wear a face shield? Like, what's the problem? I'm gonna be curious because I know a lot. It's like a big part of the industry, so just being able to meet fans and being able to go around, like I hope it comes back.
If you have great boobs and bad teeth, this is your time to shine.
There you go.
It's like,
or if you're just really lazy, you don't want to put on makeup.
Right?
Ding, ding.
Just wear the mask. Just little mascara. You have some fan
I know, because you sweat it all up when you're dancing anyway. Oh my gosh, I always have like for my foundation like streaks coming down like all down my face. Like it looks like my whole face just got like smeared on the stage. And I'm like, oh, and I gotta go back and do a meet and greet. Are you kidding me? My whole head's usually soaked. My whole hair is just. Oh my gosh.
I used to tell people, like, if you come visit me when I'm feature dancing, please do not come after my second show because I will, A, be covered in sweat, and B, probably be exhausted and bitchy. Like, don't waste your time. I want to go home.
Yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, you get, like, the sweaty hair. You're just like, please don't touch me. I'm so sweaty.
Oh, gosh, I know. Oh, my gosh. And then, like, I don't miss all that kind of stuff, but I do miss being on the road and all the fans, all that kind of stuff. But do you have any plans though for getting back? Has your agent said anything for your?
I actually stopped feature dancing like right before, about maybe like a year before COVID. So I actually got kind of lucky where I was like, okay, but cool. I don't know. I mean, actually, it was kind of nice because I got to see some of my friends in California when they would feature dance. I'd be like, "Yay, we're gonna hang out!" But
yes, no, it's so much more fun going to somebody else's show. I mean, I've been doing it a long time, and I still get just riddled with anxiety. It doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't matter if I've done it. I don't even think if I do it for another 10 years, I'm still gonna be riddled in anxiety. I do not know why. Oh my god.
I'm the same. I'm the same way. But if you go to a friend's, it's like super fun. You're like, cool, you were on stage, and I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, no, I know. It's so great. And then also, you know what I had noticed too is I've done. Well, the one though that I felt the least anxiety ever was it was a couple of AVNs ago. You know how Hustler does like a few nights where they'll have like 5 girls.
Oh yeah.
Like they do like the AVN nominee show or whatever. So it'll be like 5 nominees dance in a night or whatever. That was the best. I had absolutely no anxiety. I do not know why. I just felt like there was absolutely no pressure on me. I felt like there's 5 big names on the roster and like nobody even knew I was there anyway. So I was just like, oh yay! You know what I mean? Like I was just like absolutely no anxiety. And then most of the girls, 3 out of the 4 of the other girls were all like really, really cool and like friends of mine, and we were all hanging out and like smoking, having a great time. And so that was literally the best. I don't think I even had a drop of anxiety.
Yeah.
I would love to do one of those again.
Yeah.
Please tell me, by the way, you have a Pokemon show of some sort. Some outfit. I don't know, Squirtle.
Oh my God. I actually do quite a bit of IG lives where I do unboxings and pack openings. And then I also on my YouTube channel, which my YouTube channel's really been growing a lot recently. That's another thing too, having enough time at home to grow that.
Yeah.
Because my YouTube was so stagnant, and it's also really like just very like careless, just like I just throw up some stuff here and there before, and then there's no growth. But I've really been working on it a lot this year, and I got like I said, the growth has been crazy. But one of the things that I have been uploading, which are not my most popular videos, I do some pack openings, but I do special stuff. Like I opened this like Shiny Star box on my YouTube, and then some of these from this set here, this is one of my favorite cards here. I just sent one of these in to be graded, but the Shiny Star V set, I opened, I don't know, quite a few boxes of those on my YouTube. Those are like, those packs, like, they're really awesome. My very, very favorite are Hidden Fates, but these are second place. And I think it's just because they only come in Japanese, but just the pull rate is so good. Like, you just get so many hits and have a lot of shiny Pokemon, which shiny is just like an alternate look of a Pokemon. Doesn't mean like it's actually shiny. I don't know why they call it that, but I don't know. There's so many good pulls, but now I'm getting so into Hidden Fates.
I love it though.
I've been going crazy with that. Oh, it's my favorite. And also, when I pull stuff that I've already pulled before from my set, those have I can sell it so easy on eBay. Like I literally pulled this other card that I already had, the shiny Espeon. It's going for like around $100, $150 on eBay, and I put it for like $80, and it sold within minutes. It was like boom. I'm like, oh my gosh! And then another one of the shiny Charmander. It's going for like 50 something. So I just put it on for like 30 something, and then boom, it sold. I literally put the listing on, and then I went back. My notification was like sold. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
It sells so quick. The Hidden Fates is literally the most popular, most awesome Pokemon set of all time. Oh, and I got 2 more ETDs coming. I'm like, no.
Wait,
awesome.
what's your YouTube channel so people can follow you?
Oh, it's my YouTube channel. Well, it's just Britney Amber is my YouTube channel, but the link though is youtube.com/user/Scorpio with the HO at the end.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yes.
Right there. Please subscribe to me too.
So before we get to the fan questions, I have to ask you about being in something with Eric Roberts.
Oh yes. The Arrangement. Yes, it's that indie thriller that I was just. Well, it's actually shot about 2 years ago now, but yeah, it was just released this last fall. But yeah, that was really exciting. Yeah, and he was a pretty strange fellow.
I've met, that's why I'm asking. I've met him, and I know he's a little off center, so I got to hear it.
Oh yeah, no, I know it was pretty annoying, but I think the weirdest thing though was, and it took, so they had to book for another whole extra day of the set because of how many times it took him to do this. And also what he did was he had one of the PAs take these huge cards and write every one of his lines of his dialogue on these huge cards and tape them all over the walls of this huge studio. It was insane. It was just, I don't know how he even kept track of that. But I mean, I feel like that was part of the reason why it took longer. I feel like he was just trying to like dig in his brain and try to dig out the dialogue. It would probably not take as long. But even with that too, he's getting everybody's names mixed up. He was just like on a whole other planet and was just like looking at all like big old cards. I was just like, this is insane. Who does this?
When you have to have an extra budget for giant cue cards, I feel like
you get away with it if you're Eric Roberts. You know?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have some fan questions for you.
Oh, awesome. Yay.
Okay. What is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, well, my favorite Pokemon right now is Sizer. And because I play Pokemon Go a lot, and Sizer has been my buddy for a long time, has like the best spam moves. I mean, and also once you get a couple of the charge attacks in, or actually just one of the charge attacks, the attack and the defense rises sharply. And so it's just like, and also aesthetically pleasing too. I really love Sizer. It's a badass Pokemon. I do like Mewtwo also, especially Dark Mewtwo, because
cute.
it has the shadow bonuses also, and but it's just not, for some reason, it's not as strong as Sizer. Sizer just like kicks ass. It's just like, I love the spamming kind of Pokemon. I love Rapid Strike kind of Pokemon.
I love it. Okay. Big penis poor guy or small penis rich guy?
Our fans are classy.
Classy.
I believe, you know, see, that's the thing too, is like, I know like this is not one of the options, but it's definitely like in the middle. That's why everything, there's a balance to everything in life, you know, when they say like balance and everything, like that is why, you know, regular size dick and then, you know, regular income, that's always the best. I don't like, you know, really anything more in either of the directions. So I don't know, but if I had to, like, I didn't really ask, that didn't answer it though, but because I don't know, like, I don't know, because I don't really even like a big dick either. And then
I'm with you though. I like that. I like your answer. Do you have a person that's your inspiration?
I don't know why I always get stuck up on questions like this. Always questions like this, and like, who are you as a person, and like things like that, where I overthink it. And I'm like, inspiration. I don't know. I just get inspiration from weird things. Like, I'll just be like in the shower, and then something pops in my head. I know that a lot of people are like that. Mm-hmm. Just, I don't know. Or like, if I'll see just random something, like, actually, oh my god, I'm so excited about this too. So I was like just scrolling through YouTube, and I just like came across a thumbnail that inspired me to do this cosplay that I would never have thought to do. You know what I mean? Just I guess I'll just get inspiration from that, but not from like specific people though.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Favorite color?
Chartreuse.
Ooh, nice. I love that. Favorite fetish?
Oh my gosh.
Or should I say favorite fetish of the moment?
Oh my gosh. Trying to think. Oh my gosh. Fetish. I'm not really into fetish stuff. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, what do I even do? Is toys a fetish? Because here's the thing: is like, I've been super into like toy reviews recently, and
I feel like that counts.
Unboxing and all stuff. I have tons of companies sending me stuff constantly, and you would think if you went into my office, like, oh, it's insane. I have more toys, like the craziest shit you would ever even know existed. And so, you know, I go scroll up as a fetish for toys. But yes, no, I love them. I get so excited too, unboxing them with like all this crazy shit. I think I've seen it all and done it all, and then I'm like, oh my god, what is this thing?
Yes.
I have a lot of those on my YouTube as well, and Pornhub. I do, you know, the X-rated version, review and unboxing on my Pornhub, but then I do the initial unboxing and like looking and showing it off on my YouTube.
I've seen your YouTube ones. I love them. I'm like, this is such a good idea. By the way, you have a toy coming out.
Yes, oh my god, I forgot about that. I do. Yes, oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't announce the company yet. Okay. But I can say that I just found out that it's coming out on March 22nd. And then we're gonna have this whole like week of promo stuff coming out before then. So yeah, we've like teamed up with 2 different PR people to do this whole week of like promos and stuff, because it's launching this, it's like it's a company underneath another, like an umbrella. It's
don't
like,
give it away. Don't give it away.
Without saying. Yeah, I know. So it's just like this huge, it's not only my launch of me, but the launch of the line as well. So it's like this big old deal for them. And so I'm just, and then they're going to be launching with 4 girls, and I'm going to be the first one. So like, that's why they're doing that. But so that's I don't know. I think it's going to be like 1 or 2 weeks after mine when they're going to do the next girl. Or maybe it's like the month after. Something like that, but they're going to be in close succession coming out after. So
yeah, that's very exciting. I'm so happy for you. You got to do an unboxing of your toy.
Oh, of course. I don't know. I've been waiting so long to do this because before this company even reached out to me to do this toy now, finally, I was going to have my toy come out with Porn Star Stroker, if you guys remember that company.
Oh, yeah.
And I signed with them for AVN. I did my Volt years ago. And then I don't know what happened. I mean, first of all, they were saying that is because they had something wrong with their packaging and they had to transfer it to another factory or something like that. And then after they transferred it, then like the COVID stuff happened, and then they had no idea any time anything was going to come out. But here's the thing, like even before all that, it was in the January 2020, like right before that AVN, like right before COVID and stuff. And I wasn't signing for them, but they came and found me where I was signing. Like, oh yeah, come over. Like one of the guys that was sponsor, he was like, oh yeah, do I think your toy's out or whatever? And then, but it wasn't. I felt like he was like, you know, dicking around with me. And then never heard anything about it again. And then then finally this company reaches out to me, and I'm like, I don't know, but you know, I don't know if I don't know how their company's going, if they're even coming out with any more toys, but I'm really happy that this company found me, and now you're really doing it for real. So I've waited years. Oh my God, years for this. Shit.
Everything happens for a reason, though. It's like it all is meant to be.
I know. Geez, I have been waiting longer for my pussy mold than anybody on this planet, I think.
I use mine as a pen holder.
Oh my God.
Okay, I have 2 more fan questions, and then we'll do yours. Huh? I have 2 more fan questions for you. One is hand job or blow job?
Hand job.
And what's your go-to TV show?
Well, right now I'm watching Weeds.
Oh yeah,
but that's always, you know, that always changes. Yeah, Weeds is so good. I forgot how good it was. Oh my goodness. And then but see, like stuff I watch more regularly though is like, you know, different YouTube channels. I'm watching a lot of like YouTube Pokemon stuff and like a lot of stuff like weird stories that happen in the country, like for example, there's one like, oh, like mom takes her 2 daughters to fight and they get killed and she leaves them there, like weird shit like that. You know what I mean?
You go down the rabbit hole.
The YouTube rabbit hole.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Are you ready for my questions?
Yes.
Okay. What's the most annoying question people ask you?
Definitely like, who are you as a person? Like, describe yourself. Oh, I hate that.
What is your favorite way to eat a potato?
A potato? I like baked potato with like sour cream and chives, all that.
Loaded up.
Yeah. The whole nine.
What would the title of your autobiography be?
That's kind of like the same question, like, who are you as a person, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'll be I'll just leave it that something down, like, who are you as a person?
That's the answer. And the ... and other dumb questions.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, I know.
What was the biggest turning point in your life so far?
Oh, dang. Well, I mean, we just were talking about too, you know, producing from going to working for production companies to producing my own content. Oh my gosh. Huge turning point in the best way. I feel like I'm living a whole, like elevated life now. I feel like what's the word? Ascended. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole new world, right?
Yeah. No, yes, ascended on my magic carpet. Going to the sky on a magic carpet.
What are you most proud of?
I definitely would say my daughter. She really is such a good kid. Oh my gosh. I have no complaints. She didn't give me any problems. She's so respectful. And I do always think about this when I watch, like, well, even just regular TV, but even, for example, like Weeds, we're talking about Weeds right now, and like how awful Nancy's kids are, how disrespectful little shits. And a lot of kids are like that too. Fuck, I fucking hate kids, you know what I mean? But, oh, my daughter is not like that. It's like, I don't know what I did right.
Obviously something. Yes. What takes up too much of your time?
Too much of my time? YouTube, definitely. Yeah. I would say, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
What is your favorite smell?
I like lavender. I really do like breathing in like mint or something like yes.
Refreshing, yeah.
Yes.
What gets
essential oils?
What gets you fired up?
Oh. I don't know. I guess like, you know, when you see certain things on the news or just certain like people doing stupid shit, you're like, what the fuck is this person thinking? This dumb piece of shit. Or if it's something that somebody's done, you know, like to kids or to animals or something. Oh my god! Or if I see something with animals, oh my god, I would just like, where are they? I'm gonna kill. You know what I mean? I even had a weird dream last night too. Well, there's a lot of aspects to this dream. I don't know how this came, but there was like these two horses that were trying. And this definitely stuck out to me because it was like animals being hurt. There's like two horses down the street from this house, like they're trying to escape, and they had like these long broken legs, and they were trying to escape. And I don't know why that stuck out to me, but I was so sad. And I woke up just feeling like awful about it. I don't know.
I would too.
I know, it's just a dream. I don't know where it even came from. These people don't even have horses.
Yeah.
There's this house at the end of the street. They have dogs. I don't know why.
So you're like, what kind of weird Freudian meaning is this?
Yeah, yeah, Freudian, Dr. Freud calling, yeah. What do you wish you knew more about?
Oh, more about astrology. Here's the thing too, I do know a lot about it. I did go through a phase where I was reading a lot of astrology books and a lot of just astrophysics books and things like that. But you know, even astrophysicists they even say too that there's so much they don't know. There's just so much mystery in space.
Yeah.
Nobody can know everything. They're constantly making discoveries all the time. It would be so amazing to know everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
About that.
Have you read Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Oh, Neil deGrasse, yes, I did actually. Oh my god, I got his other book and I didn't read that one yet, but that one's like so small and easy to read. And I was
yeah,
like,
it's like I can read a couple pages, take a nap.
Just so
yeah.
I was like,
talk about
yeah.
The astrophysics is a rabbit hole you could go down and down and down.
Yes, but Michio Kaku though, he has way better books. Michio Kaku, look him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and he has theoretical physics. Theoretical physics. He's a theoretical physicist, and so his stuff is a lot more interesting. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be that's going to be available like in hundreds or even thousands of years from now, you know, stuff that is possibilities or that could be possibilities. Ooh. And stuff they are working on now that might be available in our lifetime, but it's just stuff that will blow your fucking mind.
Okay, I have to check that out because that's right up my alley. It's like
physics
absolutely.
of the future. Physics of the future is one of my favorites, definitely, because they go through so many things now that are just like Star Wars and stuff that are actually really be for real in the future. I'm like, I wish I could live for like 100 years to see some of this stuff.
Yeah, you know? Right. I mean, think about 200 years ago, what we know now that they didn't know, right? I mean, it's like night and day.
All right.
Okay, final question.
I know. I mean, like, it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, your final question. Your final question.
I was just about to go off on a tangent.
What is the one question you would want? What is the one question you would want everyone you meet to answer?
Oh.
So you get one question. You meet a person, you get one question, they have to answer it. What's the one thing you want to know?
I'm usually not that kind of person that like wants to know about people, though. I don't know why. I'm like the kind of person that's like guarded, that's like, and then usually, because I'm like that, I think people like to like dump their information on me, and I'm like, no, I don't want to know. But, gosh, honestly, like nothing comes to my mind. I'm like, I guess when will they leave? If it's somebody that I don't know, usually that's what I want to know. Is like, when are you going to leave?
The guest that never left.
Yeah, I don't know. What do people normally think for that one?
Oh, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. People will say everything from how religious are you to what do your genitals look like? I mean, it's all over the place. Everybody has like a straight, you know, yeah, a lot of people want to know, you know, what do you think of me? What do you think of the adult industry? It's strange, but that we've had probably 65 guests. We haven't had the same answer once.
Yeah, no, I know. I see, honestly, I don't really want I don't want to know what people really think about me. I don't think anybody would really benefit from that information. I don't know. And then also, like, I don't know. None of that stuff. I would rather, I don't know. Sorry, I don't have a better answer.
I like yours.
I like your answer. When are you leaving? Here's your hat. What's your hurry?
Yeah.
All right, so shameless plugs. What are you plugging?
Oh, well, definitely my YouTube. So, like I said, youtube.com/user/Scorpio. And then also my OnlyFans, onlybritney.com.
Yay!
And I do weekly live shows. I do customs, DM, everything the whole time. I spend a lot of time and energy on there. And then also, I feel like there's so many things. Yes, there's many bits. There's Pornhub, but Pornhub right now, like I said, is a little disabled, but I still have my free channel over there. And my Instagram, I have a new Instagram now. I mean, so many people got booted off Instagram this past couple months. So I know everybody's trying to like keep track on where the new accounts are at. But mine's only Britney Amber. So BritneyAmber. And there's already so many scammer accounts that put like a 0, only Britney Amber, or put like an underscore in there, or like a 2 Y's, or whatever the hell. But yes, please don't be fooled. I mean, at this point, I find it hard to believe that anybody could be scammed by any of these people, but it happens still every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is they did a really good job of knocking you off, but they let all the fakes stay.
That's what blows my mind.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Come on, Instagram.
It is crazy. I know. I'm really trying to battle this one right now that was able to accumulate almost 30K followers.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, no one looks almost legit, but we've been working hard on that. We could not get rid of this motherfucker.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you think about it. What's the worst that you guys do? Post your ass and maybe a nipple? These other accounts are literally taking people for money. They're literally like some people are losing life savings, and yet they're going to take you down and let the scammer stay up. Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant.
It's so frustrating. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on rolling with the punches. So that was a couple of times. When I made this new account, they even tried to take this one down because they're saying that I was the scammer because they were trying to report my account for being the scam account. And so that's what a lot of they tried to be doing to a lot of girls too. So I was able to prove that it really was me. And so that became a problem too. But I was already, after that second one, like 2 weeks, I was like, fuck Instagram, I'm done, Yeah. You gotta just keep rolling with the punches, just, it's annoying as hell. But yeah, I feel like this one's staying in there, but I think I might be shadow banned already again because now my followers are stagnant again. There was a point, like when I first started it and then up until now where I was gaining a lot of followers every day, obviously, because I'm trying to rebuild the account, but now it's like stagnant. Yeah. And now it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, everybody's stagnant.
The account that pops up anymore, it's like, shit, it's so hard.
So everyone go follow her.
Yeah, everybody go follow her. What are you plugging in?
I know, that was the point of all that.
Yeah.
Only Britney Amber on Instagram.
Yeah.
And my Twitter is Britney_Amber.
Got it.
If you guys are listening on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, let us know, and then go follow Britney on her YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah, and then anywhere you guys are listening to this, thank you for listening. Like I said, positive comments and reviews are very much appreciated. And all my stuff's on Dani's things, my OnlyFans, my everything. Everything's all there. So that's an easy place.
Simple, same thing every week. Buy my book, Wait for the Corn. Lessons learned from being married to a porn star. Amazon. Believe it or not.
Same thing. So thank you for coming on. It was so cool to catch up.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
And why do you guys call it 2 onions, by the way?
That's funny you ask. That's what my last name means in Italian. So now that's what her last name means in Italian. So
we're literally 2 onions.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I heard that my last name means curly in Italian.
It does. It does.
I love that.
Yeah.
We didn't get down that path, but I noticed
my podcast is going to be the curly.
Yes,
the curlies, yeah, exactly.
Yes. Curly Sue.
I love it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Bye.